Slowly. Listen, I see something right now.
My tonight isn't pulling that off.
Yep, it was a mess.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed history.
How about that?
Slowly. Slowly.
The only positive is there's no dents, there's no oil. It's semi-positive. Midnight.
Come on, motherfucker. What is it?
Oh,
Dude, you're gonna...
material.
Listen, I see something right now.
One a.m.
Liar.
What time is it?
12:40.
It's 12:40 a.m. I have to leave tomorrow.
Yeah, but not till like what? 12 a.m. the next day. How far of a drive is it?
12 hours or so.
It starts what?
And
Sunday?
to change that, I mean, we got to be hopeful that Steve has a rod for it.
Wake him up.
And then the others, now we get to pull the other head off.
Well, we may as well do that tonight, because no matter what, it's got to get a... It's either can go to Steve's in pieces, or he has a rod, and we pull the head, and then it's ready for the new rod. Right?
Well, my tonight isn't pulling that off.
Well, I said I'm good for another 2 hours. I had just too much caffeine to go to bed, so...
So, like...
All right, it's Friday morning, so talk Steve. We can get the crank ground tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then so we're gonna get the engine out, get that to Steve, so we can get the crank out, get it to the crank guy. Crank guy can grind the crank tomorrow. We did do. You don't even remember those numbers. I don't know, but we mic'd the crank, and it needs more than just a standard polish, so it does have to be ground. So that's you know, there's a lot of fuel in there, buddy.
Yeah. Trailer open.
Yep. Yeah. EJ's putting the toolbox back together.
What happened to the toolbox?
We didn't strap it.
Dude.
Yep. It was a mess. Where was I at? Yep. I don't know. So we got back here midnight. Found the culprit. So, and now it is tear it out. I know I'm repeating myself, I guess, but now we get it all tore out, get it to Steve so that the crank can get ground tomorrow morning. The guy can't do it tonight because we cannot get this out. Steve's 3 hours away, out and to Steve in time for it to be ground today, because then it's got to be disassembled at Steve's. So like, you're talking best case scenario 5 o'clock before we'd make it to him. The guy's got a hockey tournament or something going on tonight, so he can't do it, but he's going to do it first thing tomorrow. Then Steve gets the engine together. Timeline says he gets that done around noon, 3 hours back here, gets here at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and we get all this.
Backwards.
Oh,
Say it backwards.
say what backwards?
What you just said.
I can't. I
Right.
can't even say it forward. And then then we get this all back together, enough to start it, load it in the trailer, and we have I don't know, 12 to 14 hour drive to get down there. So we get all that done and we make it into tech line in time to tech the car in and then hopefully get some sleep. But that's what
Right behind you.
that's where we're at right now. So right now we gotta get all this star out and get it to Steve. That's phase 1. So phase 2 is we really didn't get any data last night, so we're going in blind. So, but there you go. All right, guys, as we work on getting the engine out of here to get this over to Steve to get it freshened, it wasn't I wouldn't call it was a planned freshen, but now it is getting freshened. Hey, your support would be great more than ever. So like, go grab a 1.0 shirt, the OG, like, and take it as like a bet to help us make it, to get this done and actually make it to drag week with it. But go get that and we will give you the exact same size of the drag and drive shirt. So that'll be included with your order. You don't have to do anything. Just buy the 1.0 shirt, you get this one. So thanks for watching, guys, and we got to get back to work getting this shit out of here.
We're almost ready to pull it out. A few more bolts and hook up the strap and throw it in the back of the van and off to Steve.
All right, guys, so engine is out. I am taking this to Steve now, but to show you, these are the bearings that came out of there that we pulled off of the crank, and you can see how they'd pressed and squished around, and what we don't know is the part that like well, we're gonna have to say that for sure has to be our fault, because you don't have something that was, everything was good, you take it apart, you check the bearings, you put it back together again, and then literally in such a short time later that you have something like this happen. We don't know, maybe Steve will be able to dissect whether one of the bearings got put in upside down in the wrong position, or did a cap get put on like backwards. I mean, Aiden says he went and checked the torque twice on everything, and but when we pulled this apart last night, it was like this cap, there was a gap in there. So did something happen to separate that, or did it get missed multiple times? But I mean, that's the thing, and like and I don't think we have video of it because it was so late, and B, the camera guy was actually gone at the time that we did this. But like when we were looking at the crank initially, everything seemed perfect. Well, then it's when you reached your finger up on the top of the crank and then we spun it down that it actually did grind into the crank. We did mic it, and Steve said it had to be ground, so that's what made the decision that came about this morning, which is pulling this out, taking this there, and the guy is going to grind this crank first thing in the morning. Hopefully Steve has everything prepped. Remember, today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. We were supposed to leave today for drag week. So Steve gets the crank back tomorrow, gets it in there, gets the engine back assembled, gets it here. I mean, let's say he gets here at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon with it. and then we get it back into the car, get the car running to load it in the trailer to head to drag week. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just lucky, I guess, because it seems like everything we do ends up being an adventure before the adventure actually begins. So, I mean, and that's, I can tell you it's not planned. We did not, this isn't for YouTube content that we are going through this struggle. But we'll do everything we can to get this together, get this ready, and be at drag week. Tomorrow? No. For sure we're not going to be there tomorrow. It will be Sunday no matter what when we get there, best case scenario. Well, we have to get there. Tech's Sunday, so we have to be there for tech. So the spare parts that I did have, I get to take back now so that we can work on putting them into this. Get this up and running, and there you go. It's always for the snowflake adventure. So thanks for watching, guys. And then hey,
You leave yet?
getting ready to. It's loaded up, just going through the stuff with the guys, and then heading your way.
Alright, cool, man.
So be there in 3 hours.
Alright, see you back.
Bye.
What are you looking for, Brian?
Looking to see what you guys are doing to this.
Well, I see a little dash in here. The little Holly dash is going in right there because the race pack, what did he say? I can't see the fucking gauges.
I
So,
can't fucking see anything.
yeah, he used the
He
F-bomb
was pretty mad.
twice, I think, maybe. But it's been in there since the car was built, so I don't know what the big deal is. Should be used to it, but now we're putting the Holly over here so he can see some more stuff. And that's what I'm working on right now.
What you got going on?
I just cleaned out all the oil lines. And then I don't know. Radio's got to get mounted, but that's inside. Bob's inside. He can do that.
Yeah. I'm radio duty in this. You can take the wheelie bars apart, the little trusses, take them off.
Alright.
Because they have to be cut down because they're just a tad too big. And they don't have to be jammed on top.
Okay.